Hi, YouTube. I was wondering if anyone out there had heard about the uh, trucker protest that's going to happen in Washington, D.C. this coming Friday, October 11th. If you haven't heard about it, you are probably not alone because there has been hardly any coverage. Actually, I haven't seen any coverage at all of this protest by the neo-fascist corporatocracy controlled lamestream media. But 3,000 truckers are set to descend on Washington, D.C. this Friday, October 11th, and they're descending in Washington, D.C. in protest of the NDAA, which is the National Defense Authorization Act, and there is a provision within that act that allows for the indefinite detention without trial of American citizens. And this act was signed into law by President Obama, aka the Oracle. And they're also protesting what they see as the Oracle's continued support for radical Islamic factions in Egypt and Syria. Now, 2 years ago, when we supported the rebels which overthrew the Egyptian government, the president they installed and the rebels were all members of the Muslim Brotherhood, which is a terrorist faction in Egypt. And we have been supporting the Syrian rebels in their fight against the Assad government regime. And the thing here is that there really are no good guys in these fights. In Egypt, it was bad guys against bad guys. In Syria, it's bad guys against bad guys. I'm not saying there are not good people in Egypt and there are not good people in Syria. There are. It's just that the people who are running the show and running the opposition groups are not good people. So, we have been supporting the Syrian rebels in their bid to overthrow the Assad regime, and a lot of the members of the rebel movement in Syria are also members of Al-Qaeda, and therefore they are radical Islamists. And one of the things they've been doing, in addition to fighting the government, is going into villages and marauding entire villages. And the offense that these villagers have committed is that they are Coptic Christians and not Muslims. So I really, if you don't believe in God, don't believe in any religion, I don't care. But peaceful Muslims should be allowed to live in peace. Peaceful Christians should be allowed to live in peace. That's the way I see it. Anyway, stay tuned to the news this Friday, October 11th, for the 3,000 trucker protest in Washington, D.C. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. They shot and killed Miriam Carey, one person with one car. I wonder what they're going to do with 3,000 truckers. They're not going to be able to shoot all of them. So we're going to see what happens. It's going to be an interesting day on Friday. That's it for me tonight. Ciao.